morning, most amazing artist.
Good morning.
If I go too fast today, it's okay. You're going to be able to catch up. First step is to make an invisible line. You can see the invisible line in this picture and in this picture. The invisible line you make just by folding your paper in half. It's not too hard to do. And then you're going to make a door. You can make a door on the top of this line in the middle, kind of a small door, any shape you want. And you can put an exit sign over it if you want to, or a different sign. You could put handles on it if you want. You can make it any kind of door. You can make it an arch-shaped door. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to make the path. The path is an A shape, like this. So from one side of the door to the corner, we're going to make a path. So kind of plan out with your finger where you want the door to go, and then mark it where you want it to go. Then we're going to connect the dots from the side of the door to the dots. You can use a ruler for the part of making the door. The door is going to, and the path are going to be made with vanishing lines that go from the door to the path to different parts. So you can kind of make them about the same on both sides. I'm going to make one that goes this way from the center of the door, and I'm going to make one that goes this way. These are all like little A's, right? Are they little A's?
Yes.
Yeah. Little A's. I'm going to do one in between those, and then I'm going to do one between these. That's the first step for this project. The second part is horizontal lines. To make the bottom of each checkered pattern, you're going to use this to make the bottoms. You can also free draw it, like just draw it with your hand. But the first one, the first horizontal line that's going to stretch from this side, and you can line it up on the edges to make sure it's really nice and straight, is going to be close to the door. So the first one goes close to the door. The next one goes further away, but not too far away. If you even wanted to add a closer one, you could add a closer one. But as they get away from the door, they get more distance apart. So this one's going to be a little more distance apart. Then the next one's going to be a little more distance apart. And then a little more distance apart. And then a little more distance apart. And the last one can be really big because this one's close. This is making an illusion that something's really far away and something's really close. Closer to the horizon line, it's far away. Then we're going to make a pattern. So you can start maybe right here with black, and it goes white, black, white, black. White, black, white, black, white. It's a little bit blurry back over here because it's all so close together, but then here's where you can start to see it. Black, white, black, white, black. White, then what would come next? Black, white, black, white. What would the next one be? This one would be black. And if you'd like to start coloring it in with the Sharpie, you can get the Sharpies from your table from the little box and start passing them around your table. Black, white, black, white. We're going to go back and forth between Sharpie and pencil. So anytime you need your pencil, grab your pencil. Anytime you need your Sharpie, grab your Sharpie.
I did mine a different way.
That's okay, yeah, you can do it that way too.
You like it?
I love it. White, black, so switch your pattern. Every time you start a new line, the pattern goes the opposite of what it was. It starts on the opposite one. could do this with a different color too. How do you color quickly without it getting on the lines? You go carefully when you're at the edge. Careful, careful, careful on the edges. And then when you're in the middle, go fast. Because you won't likely go out of the box too much. All right, the last one's gonna take the most time. If you wanted to just mark it, now you can, and then we'll come back to it later. That's an option too. Or you can get a bigger marker, fatter Sharpie. So go slower on the outside. Slower on the outsides. And faster on the inside. You can take your time. Don't worry about going too fast because we're going to come back to it. So I'm not going to finish all of mine right now. I'm going to come back and finish it later. So just take a break from this. Put your Sharpie down. Time to put the cap on the Sharpie. And pick up your pencil. From the corner of the door, take your pencil and you're going to make a line that goes to the corner or near the corner. I'm going to switch to Sharpie, but you guys are using what?
Pencil.
Pencil is good if you want to erase. If you want to make sure you get your line really straight, you can line it up with the ruler. With this class, I made the bars bigger over here and thinner here. Raise your hand if you want to say why that is.
It's because when stuff is farther away, it's tinier. And when stuff is closer, it's bigger. So it makes like an illusion.
Exactly. This class right here, I didn't do that with them because they just were having a harder time with it. So if you wanted to leave it like this, you can. But if you want to leave it thicker, I'm going to show you the trick for making it thicker. To make it thicker, you line the bottom up along the line of the ruler and the same line you drew. But then as you get to the top, you move it away. So this one stays and this one moves. You can make it bigger and you're making an angle like you do in math, see? Bigger angles, and you just need a very narrow angle. And then you're going to trace the line from about right here up. And that will make it thicker. And then you do it on the other side. So line the whole thing up and then move this part to make the angle bigger. Just this side. And trace from about right here. And then if you have time, you can start coloring in the triangle that you made. But if you don't have time to do this right now, that's okay. The next step we're going to do is the arch. So I'm just going to do one of them right now, and then I'm going to come back and do the other one later. All right, the arch. See the exit door right here? There's an arch that's really close to it. An arch is a straight line up, and it's going to go from the same spot. So it's going to go from here and here, straight up, and then it's going to make a rainbow. That's how to make an arch. Next one, maybe I want it to be a little bit further away so it has that illusion of being 3D. So I'm going to do it from right here and right here. Make sure it's the same on both sides. You could use your ruler for this too if you want to kind of make sure it's on the same place. So this one was actually down a little bit further, so I'm going to do it right there and right here. Now I'm going to go straight up to that bar, straight up to the bar, and then I'm going to make a rainbow. Then I'm gonna do the same thing, but this part has to be further distance than this part. This one is gonna be the last one. I want you to look at this. Look at this really quick, okay? If I have an arch coming up from about right here, and it's gonna go up, up, up so high, so high, what might happen?
It's gonna go bigger.
The arch might come off the page. So let's mark where we want this one to go. I want it to go here, and I can use the ruler if I want to, and over here. So here and here. Now this one, I'm gonna use the ruler to make that straight line. Straight line up to the bar. Straight line up to the bar. And then if my arch goes over the page, it's totally okay. It didn't, but yours might. The next one definitely will. The next one's gonna go like this. Up, 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 all the way to here on the very edge. And then it's gonna go around.
This low, this mine.
It looks great, I love it. This one, we're gonna go up, 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 up. And then curve it. All right, anything that you want to thicken, you can. Which one of these bars would be most thick? Yes.
The one that's the black thing right there.
Yeah, the one that's closer so they can get thicker. So if you wanted to make some of these bars more thick, you can use your ruler for this, or you can just carefully go. But you can make some of these bars thicker since they're closer to you. When you're ready, you can switch back to your Sharpie and start coloring in some things, thickening up some places that are really close. This one might just be a little bit thicker.
This low.
Yes.
Do you like mine?
I love it. It's amazing.
I've been trying to do this.
Great job. This one I want to be a lot thicker. You could use that. You can make the other side with the ruler if you want it to be extra straight.
This low. Do we have to do that?
Oh, you don't have to make it thicker. All right, Mona.
Lisa.
When you do the part of drawing the animals, that is the most fun part. But should you do it in pencil first, or should you do it in marker first? Pencil. That way you can erase it. I'm gonna do it in marker so it's nice and bright on your screen and you can see it really well. But you're gonna do yours in pencil. So the first thing we're gonna do is our lesson about perspective drawing. Because when you draw something that's far and near, things closer to the horizon line are gonna be small. So if I do a wavy kelp, it's gonna be small. And then it's gonna be medium small. Maybe this is like the giant sea kelp. So it's gonna go up really high. This one is gonna go up to this bar, just like that one did. But because it's closer, it looks taller, and it looks like it starts from below it. What do you think about this one? This one is gonna be the most tall sea kelp because it is closest. You could even do another one if you want to. Same thing with coral. Coral's really fun to make because it's kind of like windy. Like you can do these little loops, like a loopy line. And you can go any which way you want to with the loops. Maybe go up with them, maybe go down with them. This is a medium-sized coral. What size should this one be?
Big.
Big size, yes. And I'm just gonna have fun making these nice, fun loops. And what size should the one here be?
Small.
Small.
It does better. Should be thick.
Maybe it has two small ones over here. Yes.
Can you help? I was showing this while you were drawing that.
I'm gonna replay the video so you're gonna get to see it again. But you gotta do your own work.
I was showing this while you were drawing.
That's okay, we're gonna come back. Some people are in, Mona,
Lisa.
if somebody is on this step, but somebody else is on that step, is that okay?
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you gonna get to rewatch the video?
Yeah.
The next step we're gonna do is we're gonna do the school of fish that goes from small to big. This is a really good one because you could have one small, one medium, one big. Or if you're a little bit faster, you could have 20 of them. So you get to pick. The one that's really far away is gonna be so small we're not gonna see a lot of details. The one in the middle will see like some details. So we're gonna do a rainbow and a smile that connect at the tip, but don't connect at the end. Then look how he's gonna be behind this. We're gonna come out with a triangle shape, and you can either shut that like a triangle or you could make it a C shape or a parenthesis shape. This one's close enough that I can see his eye, so I'm gonna give him an eye and a ring. And he's close enough that I can see one part of his fin on top. I'm just doing a little rainbow, and one part of his fin on the bottom. This one is so far away, I'm not gonna see the top fin or the bottom fin, and I'm not even gonna see the eye because he's so far away. So I'm just gonna do the triangle and the rainbow and the smile. This one I'm gonna make even smaller. Maybe I'm not even gonna finish the triangle. What about the one that's over here? Big. So he's gonna have the rainbow, the smile, triangle, triangle. You can close the triangle with a straight line or you can make a parenthesis. I'm gonna see his eye. I'm also gonna see his gills because he's that close. And I'm gonna see his top fin and his bottom fin, the whole part. I might even see a little mouth. So, see how different they can be because of how close they are? Now you can add more. You can add big ones. It's fun to add the whole school. You can add some more small ones. Who has enjoyed going to the aquarium and seeing all the fish?
No.
Hello, can we get Alex, please, for dismissal?
Yes. All right, gills, eye, fin. Bye. Have a good day. They kind of look like they're coming from the exit. If you want them to look more like this one, you can have them coming from above. That looks a little better. But either way. Yes, so take your time. Do just a couple if you want to do just a couple, and do more if you want to do a lot more. Maybe this one's going to be behind the coral. It looks good to overlap your thing, so if you have some behind the coral, that looks really cool. Maybe you have some that are behind the other. Try to practice making some behind the others. Maybe like right here where they're trying to stay so close so nobody gets them to eat them. All right, raise your hand if you at least got 3 fish. Great job.
5.
All right, I had a request already for a shark. So let's make a shark. The shark is going to be a rainbow and a smile. The smile is going to connect to the mouth. So if this is the mouth, we're going to connect it here and leave it open here. Mona, if you want to draw the shark, be quiet to hear it. If you don't want to draw the shark, be quiet so your friends can hear. We're going to do up with a rainbow, down with a smile, and then we're gonna make a parenthesis right here to make it like a moon shape. The fin's gonna come up and back, and the bottom fin down and back, and the little fin on the other side down and back. Now there's two fins here that are in the front. So that's this one, so I'm gonna erase this part, and it's this one, so I'm gonna erase that part. Then do some gills and an eye and maybe a mouth. And then you're ready to trace so that you can come up and then go this way without doing that top part, because he's smooth right there. It's not like two disconnected parts. They're very smooth. This one can go, this one's in the back, so I can draw the line through that one, because this one's on the other side. Octopus are really fun to do. Maybe we'll have an octopus right here behind a little bit behind this kelp. So let's give him a little head. How many legs does the octopus have?
8.
So let's do one that goes this way with a wavy line up and down. Why did I stop right here? Yes.
Oh, because you don't want it to go through that squeeze.
Yeah, he's behind the kelp. So I'm gonna go back with a little windy part that goes the same direction, and then I'm gonna do the next one. Down, 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 windy and back. Windy, 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 and come back. Maybe one's gonna go this one. Windy, 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 and come back. That's half of the legs. Let's make a leg that goes between these two that kind of comes over this one. So it's gonna go, 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 stop, go, 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 and turn back around. No, yours is perfect. We're gonna go down, 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 and go, stop, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, you can do that. Let's do one that's kind of like coming from behind his body, going back this way and going up a little bit. Maybe like he's waving high. All right, any requests? A turtle, yes. Let's put the turtle over here. So we're gonna do a rainbow.
Did you make people?
And we're gonna give him a parenthesis and a parenthesis. And the turtle needs a little tip at his tail. We're gonna do the shell. The shell's really fun. Can you make some parallel lines? And then can you add a triangle on the end of them? Triangle. A triangle without its bottom part, or its side. And then triangles on this side. This is the turtle shell. And then to make his shell look really cool with this pattern, we're gonna do lines down from each corner to the edge of the shell. So from the corner to the perimeter of the shell, from the corner to the perimeter of the shell, his head is gonna be a upside down, or actually like a circle, but you just don't see the bottom of the circle. And his flippers are going to be a rainbow and another rainbow. And then that rainbow goes back. And you can give him a little pattern in those flippers if you want, with some squiggly circles. I made them a little too big. I think this one was a better size because they're a little bit smaller. But there's different kinds of sea turtles. Rainbow and smile, rainbow and smile. Eyes if you want to do them.
How do you draw the patterns on the shell?
Oh, I'll replay it for you. Start with the is to make this a beautiful, once you get it all done with a Sharpie, the whole thing can be watercolored. The blue of the ocean, the gray of the shark. If you want it to be a green sea turtle, you can do that. But where's the magic? Where's the magic? The magic's in the water. Yes. Yes, what's your class? A seahorse? Yeah. That's how you, if you want to look at that one. If you need help with it, if it doesn't make sense how the directions are, then you can just ask me. Yeah, you can make a scuba diver. If there's something that you want to add before painting, we can add it next week before we paint, because it's going to take a while to trace everything with Sharpie. So you probably won't get to this step this week. Raise your hand if you started sharpening your animals. I see some of you haven't even started, so raise your hand if you have.
I'm done.
Wow, that was fast.
I'm not done. I didn't even do my animals with pencil accidentally. I just did them with Sharpie, and then it turns out there might be a little Sharpie shark entering tank right through the glass.
Oh, wow.
I'm gonna make a dinosaur. Darn. Make a
Like a water dinosaur? It's okay if it's all blurry together, kind of. Mona,
Lisa.
I'm doing the octopus orange. So I might want to wait for this to dry before I do the blue ocean. Does anybody know why? Yes, because what color do you get if orange and, yeah, you get brown, if orange and blue mix? What color do you get if yellow and purple mix?
Brown.
Brown. What about red and green?
Brown.
Brown. So I will be okay with mixing colors. I just don't want to mix those colors. If you want to make a blue-green, how do you make blue and green? Blue-green.
What?
How do you make a blue-green color? Green and blue. Make a blue-green. Do some orange coral maybe. That might balance out the orange with the octopus.
I think this is what I'm doing.
Yeah. You don't really have to stay in the lines too much with a watercolor, because some of the beauty of it is being a little bit blurry. So it actually looks really pretty to kind of be a little bit blurry and all blend together. The animals camouflage in the water anyways, right? They kind of like blend with all the colors around them and the water. So it kind of works to have it a bit blurry.
I don't know what I was making, but I just made this thing.
I love it. It's really cool. It kind of reminds me of like a shipwreck. A little bit of blurry with the orange and the blue might be okay. I just don't want to do it too much.
This is my split.